Brian. I'm at my brother's house, my nephew's birthday party. Wanted to come out and introduce this short Right on Red video. Starts out with me driving down the expressway the day of the RPD officer that was killed by a criminal who should have been in jail, prison, his funeral. And you can see the overpasses are filled with Americans who love this country, who love law enforcement, and will support it till the day we die. And it was amazing to see the amount of people. And then good old Rochester, 2 days after his funeral, one of the city council members decides, I think it would be a good idea to have a talk, an open talk, virtual, online, with Anthony Bottom, the cop killer we all knew from the Brockport nonsense, and another cop killer's son, who between the two cop killers had 5 officers and 1 security guard killed. And she put them up on a pedestal because they were political prisoners due to them fighting white supremacy. Bullshit. Absolute bullshit. It needs to be called out. People need to stop being scared about it. Now more than ever, after the Mar-a-Lago raid, after all this nonsense, they're trying to scare everybody again. Don't be violent. We're not a violent party. We're not violent people. We're Americans. But we won't stand for this, and we'll never stand for this. Our voices need to be heard in November. In Rochester, vote Roe B. Vote for Marcus Williams. Vote for Jim Van Bretero. Make sure you vote for LaRon Singletary. He needs to beat Joe Morelli and get that congressional seat, and he will. He's got a great message, and he's a great man. We'll talk more about it in tomorrow's podcast that I will have on air as well. But stay tuned. Watch this 5-6 minute long video and comment. Let me know what you think. See you soon. Hey guys, it's Brian here. On the road in my car, parked in a parking lot, Burger King behind me. Might hit it up after this. But I felt it necessary to pull over and talk to you really quick about the lie that was spread this week. The lie, Biden added 500,000 jobs. First of all, let's be honest. You gave back jobs. You haven't added any jobs. You took them away from people, and now you're giving them back. So you can't talk about your record number of millions of jobs created. You didn't create nothing. You gave back jobs that you screwed people out of. And well, congratulations. You want a cookie? Anyways, let's talk about the numbers, the real numbers, which you don't hear. 500,000 jobs he created, which we know he didn't, but let's just say it's plus 500,000, right? That should be a good thing, right? It's not. Let's talk about the real number of people in the workforce. Was down 71,000. 71,000 people left the workforce last month. Yeah, it was negative 71,000. So how can he add 500,000 jobs and actually lose 71,000 people out of the workforce? Real easy. Most of those jobs, a large percentage of them, are second part-time jobs. People had to take second jobs. So if you're going to celebrate adding jobs and making people get second jobs because they can't afford anything, congratulations. You did it, Joe. You did it. Boom. You hit a home run with that. You forced the prices up and inflation so high, gas so high, that people have to get a second job. You created those for them, though. That's what's awesome. They're there because you created some second jobs for people. So that's just, it's really awesome. It's a really great thing, Joe. What a skewed number. They don't tell you any of that, though. That's what's funny. And those are the facts. Those are the cold, hard facts. Joe, same with your unemployment percentage. If you that doesn't include people who left the workforce, who aren't, it's filed as unemployed. That includes unemployed people, not people who left the workforce. So there is more people out of work right now that have left the workforce that aren't considered unemployed than there have been in years. And to compare his 3.6 unemployment rate to Trump's 3.3 or whatever it was, it doesn't even compare, because Trump had so many more people in the workforce actually working. You saw the black poverty rate going down for the first time almost ever. Unemployment rate was lowest ever for blacks, Latinos, whites, Asian Americans, every demographic. And that unemployment rate wasn't skewed like this because there were so many more people that were in the workforce actually contributing. Because you look around and you say, wait, I can't even get a burger within, the fast food restaurant without waiting 20 minutes because nobody wants to work. Go to Home Depot to return something and there's 5 people in line. It takes an hour because nobody's working. So you say, well, there's all these jobs. What's going on? Well, there you got it. A lot of people just aren't working. They're not considered unemployed, so they're not in the rate. The other thing with that unemployment rate, look at the top 10 states for the lowest unemployment rate. They're all blue. I believe Iowa is number 1, or Nebraska. One of the middle America states is number 1 at like 1.7%. It's crazy. And they're all below 3%. Then you go to the bottom 15 states. The highest unemployment rate. Alaska's the only red state in there. All the rest of them, New York, California, are horrible. I mean, you're talking states with 7%, 6%, 5.5%, compared to red states, which are carrying. So the red states are carrying Biden with an unemployment rate. They're the ones, any of the states following Biden's plan and the Democratic plan, the progressive plan, they're getting crushed. Their unemployment rate's still sky high. But when you look at the red states that didn't do all this nonsense and take people's jobs away, their unemployment rate is super low, and it's carrying the overall national average. So those are some facts for you. Hope you had a good time listening to Biden get destroyed because nobody in the media will talk about it. Thanks.